What up guys, Don over Patrick Woodworking back again showing you how to build some cool shit. And in this video I'm going to show you how I built a really cool round dining table. I think it's pretty awesome. I'm a little biased though considering I built it, of course. But anyway guys, the video is a little short today. I didn't get to film every step of the build process. I was kind of rushed for time on this, trying to get it done in time for a show I had coming up. So I kind of slacked on filming, that's my bad. What I'm going to do to make that up to you, I'm going to take my framing nailer here. I'm going to line up a few beer cans. I'm going to crush this Coors Light. And we're going to try to shoot a couple of these suckers. We're going to see how good of a shot I am. If you're going to try this at home, which I do not recommend, please do not tag me in your video. I don't want any part of you getting hurt if you get hurt on accident. I am taking these chances at my own risk. But anyway, hey, let's get after it. They really should have put a safety on these things. I'm not going to lie. Please, for the love of God, do not try this at home. Alright guys, as usual, we're going to take those safety glasses, chunk it to the side, rip a long dart through my nose, trying to be cool like Clint Eastwood, and let's get after it, ain't no doubt.
Say hello to my little friend!
Well guys, turns out I'm a pretty damn good shot with this finish nailer. I was going to use my framing nailer. I tried to do a little test run, plugged it into the air hose, and took one shot, and that nail ricocheted off that piece of plywood and shot straight back at my eyeball. And guys, I'm too pretty to be losing an eye, man. You know, my fiance would not like that very much, so I just decided to go with the finish nailer. It did the job just fine, as you saw. But anyway, please, for the love of God, do not try this at home, especially while under the influence. It might be Monday, but you work for yourself, you can drink on the job. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. Seriously, don't do that. This is just a gimmick anyway. Maybe this is alcohol, maybe it's sweet tea, who knows? I don't know. You don't know. Only the good Lord. Anyway, back to the video. Let's get serious. Let's build a table. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Why am I acting like I'm signing off, like I'm ending the video? Please stay tuned for the rest of the video and enjoy the show. Grab yourself ice cold beer, crack one open, and thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Damn, see, now I'm doing it again where it sounds like I'm signing off. Enjoy the rest of the show, guys. Cheers to you. Alright, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed that little intro to the video, but let's get to it. What you're seeing me do is I'm laying out this Rockler circle cutting jig that I got off a, Rockler, as I said just a second ago. I'm laying it out, finding the center of my board, and I'm going to work on cutting the top out. There we go, throwing the safety glasses away, giving it a thumbs up, and we're off to the races. We're going to start spinning circles, as they say. But after you find your center, you know, you set your jig up, and essentially you just spin a couple circles, and I only went halfway down. I didn't go all the way through. I'm going to go back with a jigsaw, cut all the excess off, which you're about to see in just a second, and I'll go back and flush trim that. But I'm not going to do too much explaining. I don't want to ramble on about what's going on, you know. I'm going to let a little bit of music play, so that's going to come in just a second. But you guys are going to see that. Then I'm going to go into some lathe action, and yeah. Actually, you know what, I'm not even going to put the music in because I'm kind of running out of time. We're going to be at the lathe part of this in a minute. But check out this nice clip right here, just smooth with it. Look at them sawdust shavings coming off of that router bit at the speed of the light, hitting the camera lens. I love it. Anyway, here we are. We're over at the lathe, and this is my first time really ever turning a table base. I've turned about 3 or 4 things on my lathe. This is a Sears Craftsman. It's like from the 80s or 90s. My granddad got it back in the day, you know. And it's an old one, but it's a good one, you know what I'm saying? Right here you see me take a roughing gouge, just kind of roughing out the base, getting it all smoothed up. And after that, I'm going to lay out all my measurements for my bubbles. They kind of didn't even turn out to be bubbles. They kind of became little Lego heads, like Lego character heads stacked on top of each other, if you guys know what I'm talking about. The boys know. The boys know. But anyway, I'm laying out my measurements, and I'm going to go into clip talking right here, so I'm going to cut the voiceover out and pick up where we left off. Ain't no doubt, guys. Y'all just hang with me. All right. At this point in the build, guys, you can see the table base is coming along. I haven't done a lot of shots, actually turning the bubbles. That's what I call these little things right here. Just because I'm sure by now in the video, y'all are kind of tired of seeing shots of the lathe. It's a dull-ass background. It's not the best for shooting. I'll get a new one day. But this is a Sears Craftsman 84 model. This thing is a beast. Well, it's not really a beast. It's old as hell. I'm surprised it still works, but I've been turning for a few hours now, trying to get these figured out. I'll get a couple shots doing these last few bubbles. I decided to go grab myself a beer for all my hard work. It's break time, man. You got to enjoy life, enjoy the day, baby. It might be Tuesday, it might be 11:30 in the morning, but hey, this helps get my creative juices flowing. Do not woodwork under the influence, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not do what I do. This will probably... Yeah, I'm definitely going to get demonetized for this video, even though I'm not monetized yet. But hey, like and subscribe, baby. Anyway, hey. Cheers to you, baby. Praise God. Ain't no doubt. Woo! Well, guys and girls, you know what they say. Ain't no doubt. Anyway, what you see me do here is I'm just taking, I forget the name of this tool that you use. It's a type of lathe chisel. Dadgummit, I am not a professional lathe turner. We're semi-pro, guys, semi-pro. But I'm just taking it, kind of defining the curves of these bubbles, or as I like to call them, Lego heads. And after I did all that shaping, which took me a little time, I just decided to do a little rough sanding while it was on the lathe. And you talking about sanding quick. That lathe does the job with some sandpaper. But what you're about to see me do in these next few clips is I'm going to work on inlaying the mounting plate that will be attached to the base. That way the tabletop can come on and off. It makes it a lot easier transporting it to and from places. And like I said, this table is going to a show that I have coming up. Well, actually, it already passed by the time I'm doing this voiceover. But it just makes it easier to load up and get in and out of people's houses. Say you do an install or something, you know. But anyway, you can see right here, I'm just taking my circle jig that I got. I am cutting the outline of a circle the exact same size that I just traced. And I'm taking my router, going back and just removing all that waste. And I'm going to go back and use the drill press, use some spiral bits, and I'm going to drill out some holes for threaded inserts to go into. I'm going to bolt the top on. That way, you know, like I said, it can come on and off. So that mounting plate you're seeing, that smaller circle, it will be connected to the actual bubble base. So I'm going to let y'all watch me do that. I'm going to put on some kick-ass music, and I'll pick up in a minute with the voiceover, but ain't no doubt. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm going to explain this really quick, what I'm doing, because this is where the video gets kind of short. I did not get to video every step of the build. I was kind of rushing to get it done. It takes time to set up the camera, like I said. So what you're seeing me do is I just ran screws through the bottom of my base, guys. And what I'm going to do, those screws are going to act as clamps and pull that bubble part of the base down tight to the bottom of the base and act as clamps. Like I said, I'll get good clamping pressure with those screws. I'll pull it down tight. That way I can get a nice bond with the glue and the wood. And what you're seeing me do is I'm squaring up the pegs on the end of the bubble base. On the modder saw, I would not recommend doing that. It's kind of unsafe. And I'm drilling out holes on my workbench. Well, I'm on top of my workbench for some reason. I don't know. Ain't no doubt. But anyway, I'm drilling out some holes for those pegs to be recessed into. And I'm going to put a hellacious amount of glue on that sucker and drive in some screws from the bottom of the base. Like I said, that's going to be clamps. It's going to pull it down tight. Now, once everything dries overnight, I'm going to take those screws out, and what you're going to see me do is, oh, and by the way, I did the same thing for the top right here as you're about to see in this next clip with the screws, just screwing that top mounting plate down and gluing it as well. But next day came, I took all the screws out, and I went and made a little dowel jig, chucked a piece of ash in my drill, and ran it through the dowel jig, maybe some homemade dowels out of ash just to match. And what I'm going to use those for is I'm going to take those screws out. I'm going to drill some holes with a spiral bit down where the screws originally were, and I'm going to run those dowels through there, add glue, and bam, that base is not going to come apart. It is solid as a rock. So that's what you're seeing me do right here. I got my little straight drill guide, a little poor man's drill guide as I call it, and I'm drilling out those holes, and I'm going to knock some dowels down in there, and ain't no doubt, baby, it's going to hold in there. That's for damn sure. I mean, those dowels are about 3 to 4 inches long, and they did the job, I'll tell you what. But anyway, after those, putting those in there, I just did some roundovers pretty much over all the circles, and ended up coming back, cutting the excess dowels off. I did not video the sanding process or the finish process. I sprayed some cab acrylic lacquer on it. I just didn't want to get finish all over my camera, so I didn't video that, or the overspray, and I didn't want to video the sanding because it's kind of boring, it's repetitive. But that's pretty much the build. Like I said, I had to video it pretty quick, but I'm about to start really diving into YouTube. I know I say that in all my videos, but I'm really about to put a lot of focus on it and get after it and really just try to put a lot of effort into it. So I got a lot more projects I've been working on and videoing. I'll be making videos as soon as this one's uploaded. So please subscribe, like, leave a comment. Thank you guys always for watching, and I'm going to crack open this beer, and cheers to you guys. Ain't no doubt. But y'all take it easy, and peace out.